I've said this 100 times on my channel. As long as the Blues put in a full 60-minute effort, I'm okay with whatever happens in the game. And it is precisely that reason why, even though the Blues lost 3-2 in overtime to the San Jose Sharks, I'm really not that mad about it. Because the whole story over the last 3 games or so has been the Blues come out in the first period really strong on the puck, and oftentimes they get the lead early, and then in the second and third period, they just stop playing hockey. But to the Blues' credit, they really broke away from that narrative in this one. I mean, I thought the second period was a domination effort. You know, the Blues looked fantastic. They were making crisp passes. All of their power plays looked phenomenal. I don't know what you guys saw. And I'm sorry, Blues fans, but the refs in this one were wearing blue and yellow. It was ridiculous. That tripping call against Kevin Labanc late in the second period that led to the David Perron power play goal was astonishingly ridiculous. I'm sorry. And no, that Logan Couture goal was not a distinct kicking motion. They got that one right. As for the box score, it was pretty straightforward in this one. Big Dick MIKK gets his first National Hockey League goal off of a slap shot that was deflected by a Sharks player in front, and en route to that goal, Vladimir Tarasenko picks up his first assist for his first point of the season. You would have wished his first point was a goal, but you take what you can get. Unfortunately, Marc-Edouard Vlasic strikes in the second period off of a beautiful wrist shot that I don't think any goalie could have stopped. It's a 1-1 game. It happens. Then, of course, that Kevin Labanc call rears its ugly head, and the Blues are cycling the puck really well on that power play. Tarasenko to O'Reilly to David Perron, who shoots it on the net, and Braden Shen is in front to deflect it. We didn't even see it in real time, but it turns out he did. And it's 2-1 Blues. Then, in the third period, mad scramble in front of Ville Husso, and the puck somehow finds its way on the skate of Logan Couture. It deflects into the net, but the refs determine there is no distinct kicking motion. It's a tie game. Third period ends, it's still a 2-2 tie, so we'll have to go to overtime. And Ville Husso absolutely standing on his head, especially for those second and third periods, definitely keeping the Blues in it the whole game. He looked so positionally sound, and he looked comfortable out there, which is what you really like to see out of a guy who's in his first year in the NHL. Perhaps I was too harsh on you, I'm sorry. It's a back and forth overtime period. The Blues really couldn't generate any offense, and unfortunately, Erik Karlsson finds a wide open Evander Kane on the left side. He snipes it on Ville Husso. Yeah, maybe Husso should have had that shot, but at the same time, you can't leave a guy like that wide open. And Sharks take the game 3-2. Blues get a point out of this one and go 4-0-2 in their 6-game road trip. I don't know about you guys, but I have a hard time being mad about that. Shots were tied at 6 in the first, 16-5 for the Blues in the second, and 8-4 for the Sharks in the third. And even though we were outshot in the third, I thought the Blues still looked good. Obviously, shots in OT, 1-0 for the Sharks, meaning the totals in this one were 26-20 in favor of the Blues. And like I said, I don't care how many shots you get, I care how many dangerous shots you get. And there were a couple really good chances for the Blues in that third period. Mike Hoffman had a shot go 5-hole on Dubnyk and just barely hit the outside of the post. And Braden Shen off of a beautiful pass from Torrey Krug. He just couldn't find the wide open net. Unfortunately, the pucks just weren't bouncing the Blues' way that night. It happens sometimes. Next Blues game is 4 days away on March the 12th. It is a back-to-back against the Vegas Golden Knights. Fucking finally, that took me like 30 takes. And to be totally honest, I'm not expecting a win against the Vegas Golden Knights. In fact, I'm not even expecting a single point against the Vegas Golden Knights. But like I said, as long as they put in a full 60-minute effort, I'm okay with whatever happens. Unless the score is 8-0. It better not be 8-0. Alright, good video, guys. See, I told you I could be rational. See, videos go by a lot smoother when I'm not zoinked out on Advil, right? Let's go to questions. Thoughts on the road trip? Should Kyrou and Tarasenko be split up and try a different combination? Do you think that fight between Gabriel and Clifford was because of Binnington's antics last game? As for the road trip, you went 4-0-2. That's 10 out of 12 possible points. I can't complain about that. I actually really like the Kyrou-Tarasenko pairing. In fact, I think that they should keep that pairing until Schwartz gets back, so that way they can put the Shen, Schwartz, Tarasenko line back together. And no, I think that Clifford-Gabriel fight was Clifford doing Clifford things and Gabriel doing Gabriel things. Were we purposely going to OT? I know it's silly, but hey, my philosophy is if you can secure a point, take it. I know that the Blues, especially in the last 3 minutes of the third, weren't really trying to generate any offense, and that's a good thing, because the more risky they are in the offensive zone, the easier it is for the Sharks to take that puck back, because if the Sharks are known for one thing, it's offensive turnovers, taking advantage of them, and going the other way and scoring. We saw it happen 7 times in the previous game that these two teams met. I don't want to see it again. Were you a better ref? If I was a better referee, I wouldn't be sitting here screaming in front of a camera about how bad NHL officiating is. I would be contributing to the bad NHL officiating. And you gotta keep in mind, when you're watching a game on the TV, it's really easy to pick on every little thing that you see because you can see everything. The cameras do a really good job of that. But when you're an NHL official, you're focusing on so many things at once and you only have a limited field of view. So yeah, of course you're gonna miss things. Not all penalties are created equal. Most of the time it's a judgment call by the referee. And when you're focusing on a million different things at once, yeah, you're gonna get some things wrong. And like I said, I'm a former USA hockey official, okay? So oftentimes I will give referees the benefit of the doubt. But at the same time, you're not paid millions of dollars to get the call wrong. So that is gonna be it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss another aneurysm. And I will see you guys in the next video. Let's go, Blues!